Here's a good PhD scholarship opportunity you probably didn't know about. I also didn't know about this scholarship until one of the awardees shared that she got the scholarship, and then I had an interview with her. I will share a quick summary of what she shared during the interview, some of the insights that I got from the interview later in this video, so stay with me. But before that, I just wanted to mention that a lot of the time applicants focus on popular scholarships, well-known scholarships, and those scholarships have high competition because everybody wants to get that scholarship. And then there are some scholarships that are less popular but equally life-changing. And my recommendation is that you should focus on such scholarships, the ones that not everybody knows about, because then you stand a better chance of being selected for that scholarship than when you are aiming or targeting a highly popular scholarship. So let's have a look at some information about the scholarship so that you can go and apply, and hopefully you will also get the scholarship. Let's have a quick look at the information. The scholarship is called E4Life PhD Fellowship. It's only for PhD programs. Let me show you the interview that I had with this is the awardee of the E4Life PhD Fellowship. Her name is Tato Majola. She's from Botswana. We had an amazing interview and she shared a detailed information. She shared detailed information about her application process, what she went through, what she did, the interview, and eventually getting the scholarship and relocating to India. So if you missed the interview, it's readily available. You can watch and catch up, understand more about the scholarship, especially the application process. The link is in the video description, so go and catch up with the interview. Let's go back to the information about the scholarship. This is a summary of the information that she shared about the scholarship. So I'm going to share with you. It's for PhD in sustainable development. Before you run away and say, oh, PhD sustainable development, I'm not trying to save the planet. Sustainable development is multifaceted. It's not just about saving the planet. And for this scholarship, it's good because students from different areas are eligible. They can apply for the scholarship. It's for the University of Amrita Vishwa. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. This is the university in India. It's only for one university. So when you're applying for the scholarship, you are only applying for admission to one university. Like I mentioned, it's if you are from different, you can apply for the scholarship even if you are from a different area than sustainable development. If you have a master's, MTech, MPhil, you are eligible to apply for the scholarship. And this is for PhD in India, as I already mentioned. She said the process is quite intense. I won't lie, it's quite rigorous, it's not simple, and it requires a very strong CV with relevant work experience. You also have to write a personal statement, academic referees. She stressed on this. She said it's very important that you get referees from people who knows you well. Those people should know you very well. Don't just pick random people to do an academic reference for you for this scholarship. And then you also need a research proposal, of course, and it should be aligned with the SDGs. She did mention that her research proposal was quite challenging. It was the most challenging part of her application process, and she has had to do multiple rounds of feedback. She has had to ask for feedback. I also do review of research proposal. If you need me to have a look at your research proposal before you submit, book through the link in the video description and I'll read your research proposal and provide constructive feedback. And then there's also a requirement of evidence of academic writing. In her case, I think she had a dissertation. They need to know that you are able to do academic writing, so you should have like a publication. I think she said she published a book chapter. Yeah, she published a book chapter. You need a publication, you need something that shows that you have academic writing skills. Okay. And then there's also an interview, of course, and one of the things that stood out for her during the interview is that the questions focus on community work experience, not just academics. You should have a vast experience in community related work, because this scholarship is mostly for community work, for community impact. And then the fellowship is looking for people who have worked with communities, who understand real world problems, can adapt and work in challenging environments. Even voluntary work counts. She said passion is non-negotiable here. You should have passion for working with communities, because you will have to go and live in rural areas in India and be immersed in the communities and work with communities there. So if you don't have a passion for that, you probably will not survive the PhD. And what makes the program unique is that it has living labs, meaning that it's not research only. You do research, of course, but then at some point you will have to go to live in a rural area, understand the real challenges the community face, create a solution, co-create solutions with the community, and then implement and evaluate those solutions. So it's also hands-on. Although the fellowship is tied to one university and one specific PhD program, it is multidisciplinary. That's what she said. That's also what I explained that earlier, that don't be afraid when you hear PhD in sustainable development. She said she's from education. She's from educational background, and she highlighted that the program is not limited to applicants who have environmental or sustainable backgrounds, but even if you are from education, health sciences, business, you can apply as long as you connect it to sustainable development and community impact. Then you are good for the fellowship. And for the interview, she had to select her own panel of professors who are going to interview her. It's very important that you understand your research proposal, because they will also refer back to your research proposal. Understand what you have written in your research proposal, understand it from the beginning to the end, back to back, understand your research proposal. And lastly, it's a very good opportunity. She said they do support you financially. They support you throughout your studies financially. It covers tuition fees, a monthly stipend, research funding, publication costs. I mean, some scholarships don't cover publication costs. You have to cover them for yourself. You have to cover them yourself. I think this is a pretty good deal. Field work expenses, if you need to do some community work, you have some your field work expenses will be covered. However, there are some costs that are not covered. She said, I think they are trying to see how serious you are about the program. So, for example, your flight ticket and your visa application costs are not covered. You have to cover them yourself. She covered a visa application cost as well as her flight ticket. For more information on the scholarship, please check the official link to the fellowship. I keep on saying scholarship or fellowship. Fellowship, scholarship. It's almost similar. So don't be confused. By fellowship, I'm also referring to the scholarship. I'm referring to the same scholarship. Okay. So go to the official website, check out the information, and apply for this opportunity, and also catch up on the interview. I think it's best to watch the interview first, get an understanding of the application process, and then go to the official website and read the information there. because when you watch the interview, you will gain some first-hand information from an applicant who has gone through the process. And then when you get to the official website, you have a better understanding of the information and how to approach your application. And if you need support with your application, I do offer scholarship mentorship, one-on-one scholarship mentorship. We work together in your application or your applications, depending on how many applications you are working on. We work together for 1 month. We have a strategy session to strategize how we are going to approach your applications, one-on-one weekly coaching sessions, email, WhatsApp support, document review. I'll review your documents, not just your research proposal, but personal statement, CV, other application documents, and the essays where possible. If the scholarship has essays, I'll also review the essays. Application support, how to fill out your application forms, and as a bonus, I'll give you a template that will help you to track your mentorship. So book through the link in the video description, and let's go through the application process together. All the best, and I hope you apply and get the scholarship. All the best.